Welcome to Who Are You Wearing, the fashion podcast that's not really about clothes. It is the last of our Edinburgh Fringe episodes this week. Let me tell you, it has been a month. I don't think I remember my life before the Fringe at this point. And joining me in the dressing room today is a comedian who speaks to my 13-year-old self more than you would believe. She is Scotland's pop punk comedian and has gone viral with her takes on millennial emo culture. This August, Hannah Morton has been pretty much everywhere hosting at the Fringe, and now she's rounding off a very busy month with her own show Crushed. Just you wait until we get into the poster for this one. I am so excited to get into all things eyeliner and orange hair. Hannah, welcome to the dressing room.
Hi, that was such an intro, by the way. I didn't know half of those things about myself. That's great.
Put it on your Wikipedia page.
Like, pop punk princess, like I know that was lovely. You can hang about with me and just introduce me like that to everyone.
The ultimate hype woman. Speaking of hype women, I am obsessed with everything. Your outfit, your hair, your makeup. Chat me through what you're wearing today.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I was stressed about it.
Yeah.
Because you were like, yeah, come like in an outfit that like screams you, and I was pure, I've never put clothes on before. So I'm trying to think. This is like this was like a bargain bin, like Urban Outfitters find.
Nice.
And I sort of forgot that it was in a drawer. Mm-hmm. And now every time I put it on at the Fringe, people are like, "Oh my god, so chic!" And I was like, I forgot I had this.
But is it from like the golden era of Urban Outfitters, or
I
like
think
recent?
no, I think it was like a couple of years ago, but
Okay.
it was like no one was buying it because they were like, "Why would you wear that?" And I was like, "This is giving."
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm now dressing the way like 14-year-old Hannah like wish she dressed.
Yeah, totally.
Like, it's like there's a thing about like when you're like gothy as a kid, you then like grow up a bit, you then go, oh, I need to be normal, and then like in your 20s sort of like be a normal person, and then all of a sudden in your 30s you go, nah, fuck it, like let's go as weird as we possibly can.
Totally.
And I think that's what's happening. So yeah, like staple black dress, Doc Martens, platform Doc Martens, more rings than I should have on. None of them match.
And a black French manicure, which
Yes.
is genuinely the most chic thing I've ever seen.
Honestly,
I love that.
It is now my go-to. And then constantly have to like play this game with the nail place where I go like stiletto, and they go like, okay, like almond, and I'll be like, no, the spikier, I want these to be weapons.
Yeah.
But they've been through the wars, this Fringe. They are like
Well, they look immaculate.
growing out. So we'll be going back.
I have to ask you though about your eyeliner, because like me, I was thinking about this recently, because like apparently we're having like a no mascara summer or whatever, and I'm like, well, mascara I suppose I could take or leave, but not having eyeliner. I think I've wore eyeliner every single day since I was about 13.
No, I think I learned how to, my friend Amy taught me how to do it when I was like 13. It was very much that T4 era, like Channel
Alexa
4,
Chung.
T4. I was obsessed with Alexa Chung. I was obsessed with like Agnes Dean, was that her name?
Yeah.
Like all these like sort of androgynous models, like you sort of rolled out of bed, like you didn't care, like blah blah blah. And I think I was like, I need to learn how to do this cat eye thing. Collection 2000 eyeliner.
Yep.
Take it out of my cold dead hands. Like,
Are you still using the same one?
100%. Oh, my makeup bag is literally just like crap that someone told me at 14, like, this is what you should put on. I've never changed. They're all like pure, that's £4, and I will, like, best eyeliner I've ever used. Yeah, like literally every single day I want to wear makeup that you can tell that I've got makeup on.
Yes.
Like, I'm not
clean girl. What's that about?
No, I don't want to be clean girl. I was also like really obsessed with Kesha as well. Like, I want
Yes.
that sort of like, I have makeup on, I am here to party type vibe. But yeah, the eyeliner, is a thing of like we're now getting told like, oh, there's like your eyes are drooping because like you're 30 and you need to like wear your makeup this way, blah 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 blah. I'm like, no, the eyeliner will be staying. Thank you.
Well, have you seen the discourse online, which is like the kids being like, oh my god, millennial eyeliner, and apparently we do it at like the wrong angle. Like, I have sat trying to draw it at like every angle.
I have slightly, ever so slightly, like changed it, so it sort of goes like out, like I cheat it goes out and up now, whereas I think before I was like just going like out.
Mine used to be like a 45-degree angle up to my eyebrows, and now I'm like, well, apparently we're trying to be more like fox-eyed.
Yeah, I think at one point I did have like the eyeliner like covered my eyelid and like went up, but like, so we're growing, we're now mature, we're maturing with our eyeliner, but I'm like, the eyeliner and the lipstick, no, I will be wearing that every single day.
I agree. I want to be an old woman that has her winged eyeliner.
Yes.
And like, yeah, why does it have to be making you look better, making you look more polished?
It's supposed to be fun. I think that's the thing
Yes.
as well. Like, I always loved about like sort of goth makeup and stuff like that. That it's like, yeah, it's fun. Like, it doesn't have to be like, I'm obviously putting makeup on to be like cover the bags and all this sort of stuff. But I'm like, no, like I don't know. I think everything about me screams like I just want to look fun.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fun, you have orange hair. I have kind of orange hair. At this point, like, is this a personality trait? Like, who do we think we are?
I honestly, so I've been through like so many different hairstyles, that like this seems to be the one that's stuck. And I don't get me wrong, I dyed it, I think it was like for my 30th birthday.
Okay.
So I was like bleach blonde before, and then for my 30th birthday showed up and I had like, and it was supposed to be more like this like sort of peachy colour, but it went on like really, really like orange. And I think everyone thought I was having a mental breakdown because I turned 30, and I was like, well, maybe. Also turned 30, started doing stand-up comedy. So I do believe it was a mental breakdown. But then, yeah, so because I like debuted with this hair,
Yeah.
I've sort of became known as like,
It's your brand.
this is the brand. And now I'm going like, oh no, I can't change it. So this has been 2 years of this hair colour, and that's the longest I think I've ever held down a hairstyle. So yeah, I do like it though. I don't know what it's giving. I think Hayley Williams, maybe.
Yeah, well, I think it's so funny that people are like, oh, blondes have more fun. Like, I can tell you, I used to be blonde, like Barbie blonde, and then I actually dyed my hair ginger because I thought it would be less maintenance. Could not have been more wrong. I think I dye my hair like once a week to try and keep it vibrant.
Well, no, yeah, we were talking about this earlier, like of the hack of it, because I think when you do like a crazy hair colour, like it is the maintenance of it, and it's like, so that's actually what I get off like the girls quite a lot, is like, how do you keep that up, like what do you do, like but like bars, like stand-up shows everywhere, like I get pulled and people are like, how do you keep your hair this colour? And like another friend who's also like a redhead, she was like, put some hair dye in your conditioner.
That's the hack.
It has changed my life. So every time I wash my hair, it gets a little zhuzh.
I genuinely think I should put maintaining ginger hair on my CV. Because the commitment,
it shows
the
you're reliable.
Time, yes, every week I'm checking in, I'm dyeing my hair. I have committed to this for like over 10 years now. I have built a personal brand.
Yes.
We should get more praise for being ginger.
Well, don't get me wrong, I'm now like being like, they're going to clock the roots, but I feel like anytime I go like, oh, like maybe it's time to like do my roots, someone will be like, yeah, it's giving like,
it's part of the look,
it's giving punk, like you don't care. Like I'm like, okay, yes, this is what it is. Not that I've like undiagnosed ADHD and forget to do things all the time.
But you mentioned there our Lord and Saviour, Hayley Williams.
Yes, of course.
The godmother of the emo kids generation. Like, what impact do you think Hayley Williams had on your style?
Well, so this is, oh my God, it could be a TED Talk. This could be the whole podcast. Because I went to see her. And like, again, I think it's like that thing of like, reclaiming what you weren't allowed to like when you were younger and stuff like that, because you're now in your 30s and you have adult money. But I went to, I think Paramore were playing at the Hydro, and I literally sobbed the whole time. And I'd seen them before and stuff like that, but I genuinely was like, she would be bigger than Taylor Swift. She would like, but she chose the pop punk life, and I adore her. But I think in like high school, if you were a girl that liked Paramore, you then only liked it because it was a female like fronted band, so you weren't like a proper emo kid because like you're not liking the cool stuff. Oh, that's too mainstream. Now I'm like, I don't fucking care. Like, I adore that woman.
Yes. And she's got cooler with age. She has aged beautifully, not even just physically, but just her whole aura.
The new album, have you listened to her new album? Honestly, I was like, she wrote it for me. Like, this is my full breakup that I was going through last year. Like, I was oh my God, how did she know? Like, I'm absolutely obsessed with her. And it's like, so obviously earlier you were like, yeah, the pop punk comedian. I'm starting to go, oh guys, I'm going to get called out. Like somebody, because I'm not like cool pop punk. Like I'm not like cool goth scene.
Okay.
Like I like Paramore, I like Fall Out Boy, I like Panic at the Disco, I like going to the Cat House in Glasgow, I like wearing black and wearing dark lipstick, I love Twilight, like all those like sort of like, I don't know, more, I think especially in this sort of subculture of like what is goth.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm like the cheesy bit of it.
No, but you know what? Like, I fully believe, like, without getting too deep, like, I just feel like that's misogyny. Like, I feel like, see, if women like things, culturally we're like, oh, that's rubbish. Whereas, like, Paramore objectively are an incredibly successal band. Like, Fall Out Boy are successful. Twilight, yes. Is it good writing? No. Was it a cultural phenomenon?
Again,
yes.
Another TED Talk, another, like, hill that I will die on. If the first movie was left alone to be like a little indie flick, it would be cult classic now. The soundtrack slaps. Like, it is fantastic. Yeah. Kristen Stewart was never supposed to be this like big star. As again with Robert Pattinson, they were like little indie darlings.
The colour grading is screaming indie film.
And then they went, hey, we can actually make a lot of money off of this, and then made them into blockbusters that they were never supposed to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like, the first one, just leave it alone. It would just be like, and that's the one that I think like movie bros would be like, oh yeah, it's actually, have you heard of Twilight? Like, it would be one of those ones. Like, I love it. But like, talking about misogyny as well, I think that's why my clips are going crazy viral. Okay. Because the reply guys in my comment section who are going, actually, like, this isn't actually pop punk, this is blah blah blah, and this is blah blah blah. They're getting in fights in my comment section. They're then boosting my algorithm.
Thank you for fighting in my comments.
I'm like, where's the camera? Thank you, reply guys, for making me go viral. This was great. Thank you. Keep arguing. Like, honestly, like, I'm telling jokes. Like, especially like talking about a subculture like pop punk. You're like playing to the room as well, so you have to assume that there's people in that room who have no clue what you're talking about, right? So you have to do like the hits of, like, you have to be like, oh, here's a taster of what we're talking about.
You're not like a pop punk convention.
No, exactly.
Deep cuts.
And then so it's like, so you need to like go, oh, are there any goths in the room? There, you guys over there. Here's some references for you guys, but you also need to like explain to the rest of the room. So all I'm getting in my comment section is like, actually that song's not about that, or like this isn't goth, that's actually like heavy metal. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm like, yeah, argue in my comment sections. Make me go viral, make me get famous. Thank you so much.
But like, what you've done is so clever, and I don't know, like, how much were you like, I'm going to make my comedy about this, and how much was it an accident?
Sheer accident, right? So I made the poster. I'm a Canva girly. Yeah. So I made the poster literally like before I'd written the show, like
for the new show Crushed.
For Crushed, So I booked so I went through a very bad breakup, and genuinely, as he was on his hands and knees begging to take me back after I found out about the 42-year-old mother of two, he like literally, the only thought that went in my head was, my next Fringe show is going to be fucking class. Like, honestly, I was like, this is hilarious. So I was like, oh right, I'll write. Like, I think I like literally was like through tears, was like booking my Glasgow Comedy Festival
like,
show.
It's happening.
I was like, it will be funny, like, I promise. Like, so it's a show about like heartbreak and breakups and how weird my life has been like in the past year because of that. And then so I was like, oh, I sort of have to have like where do you start if you're looking at your love life? Well, start at the start. Like when I was 14 and had crushes on guys and like all this sort of stuff. And so the poster was just like, because I thought it was funny. Like, I literally was like,
do you want to describe the poster for someone that's not seen it?
So it is, and it is very polarizing of like who recognizes it. So it's a reference to Paramore's Riot album. And it's called Crushed, and also then there's they have a song called like Crush Crush Crush, and so I was like, oh, that's funny, so I've like changed the word riot to crush everywhere, and then it's just a picture of me with red hair on the front cover, and literally the girls that get it, the boys that don't.
Well, I got it immediately.
But genuinely, I just did it because I thought it was funny. And then I was writing the show and going like, oh yeah, like we're looking back at my love life, blah blah blah, and I've had this thing for ages about, like, I think there was an article years and years ago about this woman going like, I'm a feminist, but I listen to rap music and I'm singing all these words that are like so sexist and so misogynistic. And I was laughing, like, when I read it, I was like, oh, that's like me in the cat house, like screaming like certain like like once a whore you're nothing more, like all this sort of stuff. Like it was all those lyrics, and I was like, oh, there's something in that. And I was sort of writing plays at the time, so I think I thought it was going to be like a sketch or a monologue, and it just always has been in my head. And then I was like, fuck it, like let's see if I can do it as stand up.
Yeah.
And I think I was overcomplicating it for ages, of going like, oh, I would need to play the music and I would need to do this, and I was like, nah, like just like sing bits of the songs. But it's yeah, for those of you who don't know about my viral fame, no, it's me going like, I think I've pinpointed where everything went wrong with me in the love department because I was obsessed with pop punk. It's because, yeah, like the messages on love, if you're a woman, are twofold. It's like either this little emo boy is obsessed with you and you're a goddess, and if only you would notice him, and like he's going to love you better than like the boyfriend that you have who's the jock and all this sort of stuff, or you're a whore that's ruined his life, and there is no in between. And the flip of it is so funny. And like literally, like even if you're not a pop punk fan, like as soon as I start singing, like, because I think people sort of go, all right, okay, like where's this going? And as soon as I sing the songs, people are like, this is hilarious. Like my mum, who's like 66, has never listened to, like, doesn't even know any of the subculture stuff, was literally like, that's hilarious.
But I also think we all do. It's like a little sleeper cell in your head. Like you hear the first note or the first lyric and you're like, I'm 14 again, I'm at a school disco.
But you can't help it. But everything, and then like the bit sort of then goes into the fact that like, and it then ties into like my last relationship of like, oh yeah, like, but like what I've realised is like the wee emo guy actually gets the girl in the end.
Yeah.
And then that's when she becomes a 3D person with a personality, and maybe she doesn't want to put up with your lack of ambition anymore and the fact that you won't pick up your socks, and maybe that's why blah blah blah. And that is when she becomes like the nag, the whore who ruined your life.
Yeah,
like,
it's like circular. Like you got the girl and then you didn't work to keep her, and now
those songs are about the same girl.
Yeah,
like
totally.
like you can literally go like, oh, you loved her from afar and she was fantastic and you put her on this pedestal, and then you got her and went, oh no, actually now I need to be a good person, and I'm not going to do that, so I'm going to write another song calling her a whore. And I'm like, I just thought that was very funny.
But so to kind of bring it back, you're saying the show is about like you from a young age and your first crushes and stuff. We have to get into millennial emo fashion nightmares.
Yes, of course.
There must be things that you look back, you see pictures, or you go on your old Tumblr and you're like, holy moly.
So there's a bit in the show where like, so right, because I'm going like, I couldn't figure out why the boys didn't fancy me in school and blah blah blah, and then I'm going, I think I figured it out. I think it's because I looked like this, and I just put up photos, and it's me in like a bowler hat, like what was I wearing? I had aunties that were hairdressers, so they sort of let me do whatever, and I buzz cut, like a boy buzz cut with a quiff that was like white blonde bowler hat. Yeah, like I'm trying to it was like more sort of, it was like emo sort of indie sleaze, that sort of thing that I was doing, because Skins was quite big. Yeah, but like bowler hat, scarves around my head quite a lot. So I usually looked like I was either like a member of Bananarama or like in the Steamy. Like I looked 45 when I was 16. I loved it though. It was great.
But I think like that is part of the fun of being young. Like I am the same age as you, and I look back at pictures and I wasn't quite as into subcultures, but there's some things I wore and I'm like, ugh. But
like the skinny jeans, you could take out my cold dead hands.
Totally.
Like,
But I also think like that's what being a teenager should be about. Like young girls today look immaculate, and I'm like, girl, what's going on?
I think that's the thing about like the clean girl sort of aesthetic, is like, I'm just like, oh, it's not fun. Like we used to literally just be like, yeah, my school uniform was like a suggestion, I would say. Like I would show up in like, and I would always like, you know what I mean, I'd be like, oh, we have to wear black, so that's what I'm wearing, and we have to wear a shirt and tie, and that's what we're doing. But like bowler hat, maxi skirt. I remember one day I like put a necklace round my waist, like a belt instead. And then like literally my drama teacher used to be like, so what are we dressed as today, Hannah? Like what character are we?
Well, if you had been a clean girl, it wouldn't have been funny, so you probably wouldn't have your whole career now. So.
Oh, my whole career was just like, hey, here's a story of me doing something stupid. It's like, here's this don't get me wrong, I have dedicated a whole bit to Twilight. which maybe is just a PowerPoint of me saying like how many drinks it would take me to shag the men from the Twilight saga.
Okay.
That was important. I needed to keep that bit in. I had to rush everything else, but I was like, no, this PowerPoint.
Are you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
Oh, Team Edward, how dare you? No, but then this is but then you reach 30 and you go, oh, I'm Team Charlie.
Yeah.
Like, sign me up for that man. Like, literally, like, I go, like, I've just discovered, like, this is the man for me. Like, I no longer want the tortured soul, like, guys being like, I love you so much, but it hurts me.
Dependable, reliable.
He's got a mortgage.
Done in beard, rugged.
He's got a mortgage. He's an understanding father. Like,
great dad.
Like, I'm like, sign me up for that man. Love him.
But I want to just talk briefly about your previous show, because you used to be a kids' party entertainer.
Yes.
I genuinely feel like that show probably wrote itself. But like, how was that experience?
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. Hannah Banana, she's never dead. Like, we've never burnt that bridge. The party company that I work for, like, genuinely, like, if I have texts now being like, hey, any parties, they'd be like, you're signed up. But yeah, no, it was like just that sort of like struggling actor performer thing where I was like working in bars and I was doing like kids' birthday parties and I was like writing on the side and just like I constantly was like, there's something stupid here. And then I think I did like karaoke at like some sort of hen do and I was like, oh, this is kids' birthday parties for adults. Like, yeah, drunk adults and 5-year-olds are the same thing.
Totally.
So I was like, oh, right, okay, like I could do this. And I always had this sort of idea. And like this, from kids' parties to this, I got really depressed at one point, and I think it was like genuinely like burnout, and I was like working all the time and going like, what does it all mean, and like why am I doing this?
Yeah.
And writing Cheshire Real Smooth like pulled me out of it because I sort of wrote it like, and it sort of was accidentally stand up. I sort of wrote it as like a one woman play.
Okay.
And that's what sort of launched me into being like, oh, I'm doing stand up. So I did it the weirdest way around. Usually if you start stand up, you start doing like 5s and then 10s and then 15s and then
you were like full show,
full
run.
And then like I think everybody was like, who the hell is this girl? Because I then was shown up to like stand up nights with like full 15-minute routines as a newcomer, which is like unheard of, or not unheard of, like just you shouldn't do that. Whereas I was like, no, I need 15 because like the bit is 15 minutes, not like joke. But yeah, so like writing it really pulled me out of it, and it was like me as myself, but like Hannah Banana, and I'm constantly jumping between being the most hungover party entertainer on the planet and like having an existential crisis and going like, what am I doing with my life? And here's like a funny story about that. And then being like, okay, like who wants to win a prize? Like we're going to do the cha-cha slide. Like I maybe would have rethought wearing a yellow kids party like polo top in all of my promo images. Yeah. I like genuinely now, like sometimes people will be like, oh yeah, like we booked you for this bill, and they'll just pull the photo from like last year, and I'm
not
like,
that one.
And I'm like, no, it's the yellow polo top. So I think that's why this year I'm like, no, let's be cool. Let's wear cool outfits.
Like as a kids party entertainer, you must have wore some ridiculous outfits. Is there anything that like really sticks out? So
I've genuinely, it was like the company polo that you had to wear.
Okay.
And then that's, so you constantly get asked like what you do at the parties. Like people think,
oh, so you weren't like Princess Elsa or
I was Elsa once.
Okay.
I was Elsa once, and that was like a favour to a pal. But genuinely, like the kids party stuff like never leaves you. Like as soon as I see like a 5-year-old or something like that, like the best, this is, if you've got nieces and nephews, best one is ask for a high five and then hit yourself in the face. Okay. 10 out of 10 banner. Like they love it. Like it's so good.
Why on earth would you start doing stand-up when you had that level of audience admiration at your fingertips?
But I think this is why, because like that was all the stuff that I got, like because obviously like I came out like hot in the stand-up scene because they were a bit like, who is this girl, where's she coming from? Because like a lot of newbies like have never picked up a microphone before and like all this sort of stuff, and I'm like, I've been doing pretty much a stand-up routine to like 25 5-year-olds for the past like 3 years. Like you guys don't scare me, they scare me, because like if you lose the room of those 5-year-olds, oh, death to you. Like,
So to bring it back around to fashion,
Yes.
we're going to finish with something called the quick change round.
Oh.
So this is just the first thing that comes into your head, and it's just to get to know you and your wardrobe a bit better.
Okay.
So the first question, what are you wearing when you want to feel your absolute best?
Well, you asked me to do this today, and I was like, I've never put clothes on in my life. Like, I completely
Don't
forgot.
know.
I don't know, like, can't get away from, like, a black dress, like, Doc Martens. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Pamela Anderson TikTok updo.
Yes.
Take that out of my cold dead
AKA,
hands.
I've not washed my hair in a week.
Yeah.
But it looks cute.
Oh my god, I've just chucked this up. I've spent 25 minutes putting pins in. I would say, purple lipstick. I know that's not an outfit, but like I could be wearing anything and being like, oh, I'm not feeling myself. If I've got lipstick in my bag, put that on. I'm like, aha, we're here. Like,
It's such a distinctive colour. What shade is it?
oh, that's a good question. Again, it's crappy like Barry M
Yeah.
lipstick or something like that I found it, and literally I've been like just buying the same one
I love how
constantly.
all these like TikTok trends and all this marketing cannot touch you. You're
Collection
like, I've
2000,
bought
baby.
this for 15 years. Okay, what is one item of clothing you have that you would never throw away?
Oh, never throw away. Oh, I'm trying to think. I've got a black mesh top
Yep.
that literally I got from Monkey, if that's even still a thing
Oh,
anymore.
it's not. R.I.P.
No, R.I.P. And literally, like, I think I've had it for 5 years. And then another one's just popped in my head, a black turtleneck.
Yeah.
Black turtleneck. I think I've had one, a very specific one from Primark for like a very, like, maybe 10 years. And I'm
Yeah.
like, nope, wearing that until it dies.
You know, I really appreciate that you're like, here are some actual basics. Because, like, I would be like, oh, this ridiculous over-the-top thing that I never wear. And you're like, actually, I have these incredible clothes. They have seen me
Don't get
through.
me wrong, I've got like a tinsel jacket
Oh.
in the flat that I think I bought for Taylor
Yeah.
Swift, and it didn't arrive on time, and now I'm like, it's going to come up. Like, I'm going to like, there's going to be
Yeah.
something. I cannot chuck this out because there's going to be that time where I go, oh, if only I had the tinsel jacket.
Totally.
I'm actually annoyed I didn't bring it through for Fringe because I've been hosting like karaoke parties and stuff.
Why on earth would you do the Fringe and not be like, maybe this is actually the time I'll wear the
Completely
tinsel?
forgot about it. Like, genuinely was like, oh yeah, should have brought that through.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What is the most you thing in your wardrobe?
Oh, I've got I've got an oversized Spice Girls Spice World the tour jacket,
Wow.
and it's one of my favorite things. And
Oh my god.
So I think my mum got it in like an auction for my sister. It was like a charity auction.
Yeah.
She got it for my sister. My sister was not bothered. I then found it like 10 years later in
Yeah.
the cupboard and was like, this is mine.
Oh, so it's from like the time. It's like
it's
legit.
from the movie.
Oh my god.
I don't know who wore it, but genuinely, so it literally just looks like a big black security jacket, and it just has like Spice World on it. And I genuinely like, I think I was wearing it when I was working for Glasgow Comedy Festival, and I was like jumping about shows, and I just thought it was so funny of like who would notice it. So it was
Yeah.
like Roscoe McClelland, literally very funny, also a bit of a punk, was walking past me at the stand and went like, hey Hannah, how are you? And I literally spun back round. He was like, is that a Spice Girls Spice World jacket? And I was like, yes it is, thank you so much,
It's not
sir.
it's the.
Like, I'm obsessed with it, and I forget that I have it all the time, and then as soon as it's back on for 6 months.
I am actually very jealous. That sounds amazing.
I'm now like going through my wardrobe in my head being like, what weird stuff do I have in there?
So what is a trend you would never wear? What's something you just never picture yourself in?
Oh, I can't do the ballet flats. I'm not doing them.
Yeah.
I'm not doing them. I did them when they were Primark ballet flats, and you used to wear them to school, and your feet would get wet, and then they stunk.
Yep.
And they were disgusting. Your feet were sore all the time.
Yep.
I'm not doing them. I don't want... Also, the kitten heels that are coming back, no. I don't want to do it.
Yep.
I want... Everything needs to
Chunky.
be like a chunky platform.
Oh, I think you'll have lots for this. What is something you've worn and regretted?
I was a big fan of... do you remember mullet dresses?
Mullet. Oh, like a high-low.
Business in the front, party in the back.
I loved them. I thought they
wore
were
them
cute.
everywhere. Like, I had a white mullet dress. There's like a specific picture of me where I had a white... It was when I had my short blonde hair that I used to like quiff up in the front, and I had the mullet, sort of vaguely see-through mullet dress. So you had to wear something underneath it, white, and then one of those long pendant necklaces.
Oh my god.
And then I
yeah.
had, oh my god, Do you remember the spiky Jeffrey Campbells?
Oh yeah, I loved them.
This
is the most 2011 outfit
yeah
I have ever heard.
I adored. I used to refer to them as my babies, and I'm like 5'7", so I'm like quite tall for a girl
and
already.
They were like 6 inches.
I used to like tower over people, be like, "Hey boys, anyone fancy me?" They'd be like, "No, you're 2 foot taller than us. Like, do not come near us." But yeah, it used to wear like the lace up spiky Jeffrey Campbells.
Well, they're back in fashion, so
Are they coming back?
they're back.
Maybe I don't regret them then.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm cool, actually.
I loved them. I mean, I couldn't afford the real ones.
Oh no, they were absolute fakies.
Fake ones. They were really comfy.
Yeah, no, because
they're
your
so
foot's like in it. Your foot's not moving from that.
Laced in.
You're laced in. So I could like dance the night away like constantly in those.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, wee kitten heel would take me out now. Like, because there's no support. Your
Agreed.
foot's on the floor.
Agreed. So last question. If your wardrobe could only be one colour, what are you going for?
Oh, it does sort of have to be black, doesn't it?
Well, for your hair, it's like a good contrast and...
Yeah, no, so what sort of accidentally seems to happen sometimes is like I subconsciously like colour match with the hair.
Okay, yeah.
So like everybody's like, "Oh, I love what you're doing. Like you're doing this like red thing," and I'm like, "Oh, this was a complete accident. I did not mean to do this." But yeah, sadly, yeah, like black's the standard.
Yep.
Like I can't. Maybe a purple, like a deep purple.
Yeah, like top to toe purple lipstick.
Like I am that goth girl that is like, gun to your head, what's your favourite colour? And I'm like, purple. Like
yeah.
Love it.
Walking around like a bruise. I'm here for it. Okay, Hannah, before you go, give us the plug for your show. Where can people see you at the Fringe?
Oh, fuck. Come see Hannah Morton's Crushed. It's on at Gilded Balloons Gilded Saloon. It's only on the last 2 days of the Fringe, the 29th and the 30th. It's one for the girls, gays, the theys. Come have a wine. It's the best a breakup's ever looked, to be honest. It's like a fun celebration with your friends of like, why did we go out with that man? What is going on there? And then if you like pop punk, if you like Twilight, if you like me talking about my sexual encounters, come along. It's always fun when my mum's in the audience for that one. Yeah, I think that's it. I really need to. It's like still like sort of a new show, so I'm like,
just come if you want to.
Just come. It's really fun. Yeah, calling all goths, calling all girls. A breakup's never looked so good.
And are you hoping to maybe tour this after the Fringe, or?
I hope so. So obviously the shows came out of a breakup. I'm in the boring bit of the breakup right now, the financial bit of the breakup.
Okay.
I'm on the phone to my mortgage provider going like, no, I will continue paying my mortgage payments, I promise. That's why I'm just doing like 2 dates to be like still doing the show. I'm like consistently gigging while like working at the Fringe as well. And so hopefully if this all works, if you all come and see it, then we can do more.
Amazing. Hannah, this has been so much fun. I feel so nostalgic. Thank you for joining me.
Perfect. Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness. Is anyone else really craving a rewatch of Twilight? Just the first one. We only want to watch the first one. That was such a fun chat with Hannah. I highly recommend you go and see her show. Or if you're not in Edinburgh, follow her on socials and you will see some of those very viral clips. Anyway, if you have enjoyed joining us in the dressing room today, give us a like, a follow, a subscribe, and you'll also find us on Instagram and TikTok for some more content there too. Thanks so much. See you soon.